My name is Tony Glass. I'm lucky enough to work with the wonderful Mico team. I'm really looking forward to sharing what the digital tools do. Now, in terms of today, we're about 40 minutes, hopefully just over 30 minutes, that I'll just show you how the tools work in a really easy to understand way. Then I've allowed kind of 5 to 10 minutes at the end for any questions. On that note, it looks as if we've got a really good group here today, and it looks as if most of the registered people are now in. So let's get started. What we're going to do is go through a bit of an overview of the Trade Portal and Trade app. I'll take you through the registration process. I'm not sure how many of you have already registered for the new digital tools. I'm going to go straight in and give you a live demonstration of the Trade Portal, and as I say, then we'll go through any questions that you may have.
Now you can manage everything Mico anywhere, anytime, every time with Mico Trade app and Portal. It's about making your life easier with all the flexibility you need to get the job done quickly, wherever you are. One login gives you access to Mico Trade app and Trade Portal. So whether you're in the office, at home or on site, it's like having the branch at your fingertips with access to everything you need. There's quick and easy browsing and ordering of products. You can view stock availability at your local branch, then choose if you want standard delivery or swing by and pick it up using Click and Collect. With the ability to view orders and their status on any device, you'll know exactly how far away they are. Easy to use lists mean you can make collections of products for quick and easy ordering, like lists for different sites, different types of jobs, or products you always find yourself running out of. And to make the running of the business side of things easier, you'll have access to invoices, credits, and even price lists on the Trade Portal. Got a big team? You can add, remove, or give team members temporary access to your account as you choose. Control who can view, place and change orders, decide whether they can view pricing, and even give them spend limits. With Mico Trade, you can view all the orders for all the jobs you have on the go in one place. And while you're online, why not check your Trade Edge rewards account to see how those points are stacking up? With Mico Trade, you've got Mico at your fingertips. Anywhere, anytime, every time. To find out more, visit mico.co.nz or download the app today.
We look at the Trade Portal. The Trade Portal has a range of different features and functions, which, as I say, I will show you live shortly. Just the one thing I wanted to point out is this coming soon. One of the things that we've discovered with Trade Door users is that there's a significant amount of variation that our customers are wanting with the creation of invoice format. So we're creating your own download center, essentially, where you'll be able to go in and create the format that you want for your invoices to go through into your system. We've transferred over a number of the templates, and I'll show you those once we get onto the Trade Portal. But as I say, we are going to be bringing that create your own aspect to the Trade Portal. Now, Mico app, we couldn't be more excited about our new app. It is really fantastic for when you're on the go, makes everything easy. You can view your orders, you can set up your team, and of course you can order from wherever you are. Now this is already available on Android. We have had a little bit of a delay with getting this through Apple. They've made us just jump through a couple of extra hoops, and we're actually expecting to hear something this week, but I've put next week just in case. But I know that we do have a number of Apple customers, so you do just need to wait another week. What is really cool, of course, is if you if you create a registration for one, it gets you onto the other. So anyone with the Trade app has access to the Trade Portal. Anyone with access to the Trade Portal has access to the Trade app. When we launch with the app, we're not going to be launching with the ability for you to create customer quotes from the app, but that is coming soon. When you do your customer quotes, at the moment that'll be from the Trade Portal, and I'll show you that shortly. Focus for us is really providing Mico in your pocket or at your fingertips, whether it's on the job or in the office. We're always going to have a tool that really suits the purpose for what you're doing. Now, the registration process, I do just want to cover this off because we do need you to re-register. So if you're a current Trade Door customer, we do require you to create a new registration for the new digital tools. There's a number of reasons for that. Your own security is really the most important reason. It's a 4-step process. It's not difficult at all. First step is you pop in your name and your email address and a password. Step 2 is you pop in your cell phone. Step 3 is we send a verification code to your cell phone. And step 4 is you just pop in your account code and everything just links in together. However, if something's not right, we are here to help you out. And 99% of the time, if something's not right, it's purely just because our records are showing different details than the details that you've put in the system. It could be that you've registered a cell phone number and it's a different cell phone number to what we already have in the system. We use that information to validate that it's the right person accessing that account. So we're going to look at those details and want to match them absolutely. If you get stuck, just call 0800 277 4357. That's 0800 App Help. And I'll show you where you can find that number at any time on the website as well. We've got some amazing people in our support team that are answering those questions. So do feel free to reach out at any time. Trade.mico.co.nz is the URL or the website to go on to. I'm just going to go on and move my web browser over here. This is when you go on to trade.mico.co.nz, this is the screen that you see, sign in or register. So I am registered. This is into the test system. I know it doesn't use my name, but that's quite all right. And this is what you see. I'll just make that one size bigger. The structure is super simple. You've got 2 ribbons at the top. So you've got these 2 ribbons with some options at the top. And then we've got these big tiles. And the big tiles are for the features that our customers use all the time. Let me take you through it. First of all, this will let you enable any of the accounts that you may have. Many of our customers have one account, and we've got some that have got multiple accounts depending on how they set up their system. So pop in the account that's right for you. So I'll go into the demo account 2 and pop in the branch that you want. So that automatically changed my branch. It might be because I had a job closer to there. Gosh, I think I'm going to be near Papanui for the jobs that I've got today. So let me pop in there. And you see that you get the phone number for the branch, makes it really nice and easy. This question mark here, it's a really important question mark because what it does is just give you that 0800 number. If you get stuck, anything, anytime, just don't hesitate to give us a call or reach out on email to the email address there. So now when we go to the settings icon, click on here, it's going to bring up all of my preferences. Now these preferences, if you're a current Trade Door customer, what we've done is we've moved the preferences from your Trade Door account and moved it into the new Trade Portal. I'm recommending to spend 2 minutes looking over those preferences just to make sure that your preferences have copied over exactly to your own expectation. You can see on the left-hand side here, we've got statements, invoices and credits, and the scheduled price files. So if we just go in here, you can check how you'd like it. So here this is set up that we'd prefer email and what the email addresses of the 2 people that'll be receiving those. Invoices and credits, again, you can see that it's email. We want multiple invoices per email and those email addresses. And then for price files, you select any filters that you want, select the list that you want, select the download format. So if you're wanting your price file specifically for a specific system, we've made that very easy. We've taken over all the core systems that you would be setting these for. And we also have a standard CSV format as well. That's really all the main bits that you have at the top ribbon. Of course, we do have the shopping button, and I'll show you the cart in a little bit more once we've actually popped some products into there. Now, if we go along this ribbon, if you ever want to go back just to the home screen where we're at now, you just press that Mico Trade and that's how you'll pop in. Finding products is really easy. There's 2 ways, one of which is this mega menu, which is what we call these really cool flyouts. If you like searching by categories and that's what you're used to, then this is by far the best way for you to search. My recommendation though is if you're not fussed one way or another, is to use the global search bar. The global search bar up here just operates just like Google. It's a really clever search engine. So I might want to put in pipes. Oh, that'll bring up, and what that will do is it'll bring up if there's a heading or a main category for pipes, which there is, and then it will think, I wonder what pipes Tony's wanting in there. So let's just go into the category search, and was bringing up the different pipes. So I'm thinking, gosh, this Iplex drain pipe looks just what I want. So let me get 2 of these. Just a couple of things that I want to mention. The yellow price is my negotiated price with Mico. The white price is the retail price. Both of these exclude GST. On this page, you can add products to the cart directly, and you can also add them to a list. So this blue file box is to add it to a list. Now, lists are fantastic. I recommend creating as many lists as you can be bothered to create, because if you've got a list for a group of products that you order for specific things, it might be, replacing a hot water cylinder. If there are 5 products that you always use, then go in and create a list, because then if you're on site somewhere, you want to pick up all of the products that you normally would, go into the list. You can just put the whole list into the cart, and what's fantastic, you do click and collect, and you just pop up to your local Mico, pick those up, you're in and out without having to queue, wait around, or find any of those products. Makes it really nice. When you're adding to a list, you can create a new list, or you can just pop it onto an existing list. So let me just add those to an existing list. It's that easy. Pop these into the cart. I'm going to keep shopping. So you can see at the top here, that top ribbon, I now have these pipes in my cart, and I can see that by the nice yellow too, that there's something in there. On the left-hand side, because I just went into pipes, it's giving me some options to filter things. So if I wanted to filter by brand, I can easily do that. Or if I wanted to be a little bit more specific about the product, I can go in and do that as well. If I click on the product, it's just going to give me the full product specs, but there's a couple of things that I think that you'll be really interested in. First and foremost, you can see here, there's this really cool thing that if you wanted to check stock at other stores, it will search the stores that are around me in some way. If I just want to go into Auckland stores, I can see that actually this product is not going to be available at some of the Auckland stores. So I would normally do this in the reverse. So if the product isn't available at the store that I want, then I'll go in and check stock at other branches, just because it makes it really nice and simple for me to do that at that point. And it may be that you're actually purchasing products for a job that may be closer to one of our other branches, especially if you're in one of the metro centres. Also, you get full product details on the product page, which makes it nice. And if you've got some specifications, if you need to know what the height is, any of the details that sit around that product, that's where you find this. And supporting documents and warranty, if we've got any of these, they will be found in this space. So really nice, easy to find products. My recommendation is to pop into the global search bar, type in what you're after, and if I want here, I want a basin tap, you can see that's a nice, quick, easy way for me to go. Pop straight into here, see my specifications, can see any supporting documents. So here I've got a data sheet. So that's fantastic for your customer. You can find all of that in that one space. So if we do have those supporting documents, that's where you'll find it. So just go onto the product page and you can download them from there. Now let's whip this onto a list. I'll put that onto the demo list for Tony again, and that's just done. Now, going along the ribbon, orders and deliveries. This is going to let you see any orders and deliveries that you have on the go. Well, the advantage to this is if you're expecting a delivery, you'll be able to see what the status is. And if you've ordered click and collect, you'll be able to see when that's ready as well. You can click into the order and see more information. You can see any of the notes that we've put in here and see a full product description of that space. It's a really quick, easy way to see where your products are at any time. So you do get that visibility. We'll come back into my account because that's the kind of big part of that admin area that's very similar to a trade door. Your team. So this is where you set your team up. It should be really, really simple to use. You can see that we've got some team members already set up here. And what's important is to understand the status. Accepted means that the person that we've invited has accepted the invitation and registered. If it's expired, it means that we've sent an invitation, but it's been over 48 hours, and for security reasons, we just expire that registration. So all I do in that, if I do want to get them registered, I just delete that record and then just re-invite them into adding a member. And pending means that I've sent an invitation off to that person, and I'm just waiting for them to link it with the registration. Adding a member, super simple. There's only a few fields that you need to complete. First name, last name, email address, phone number. Then you go in and you pop in the role. Now, we don't really need this. What we're trying to do is to make it even easier for you to have the right permissions for the right people that need to access the business. So you can see if I have the admin role on, then all of the toggles are switched on, because anyone with admin rights can go in, they can add other team members, they can view the account, they can view pricing, they can really do whatever you want with their account. And what we found is one of the tricks that we have with registering is that we do need the main person of the account from our system. So whoever is identified as the main person for your account in the system that we have at Mico, they must be the first person that registers for the account. And I've had a couple of customers in the last week that talked to me about the fact that they don't want to have anything to do with the account. So what I've said is just take a couple of minutes, we'll register you, then we'll give somebody else in your business the admin rights, then you never have to worry about it again. And it's worked a breeze. It's just a matter of getting that the right person in to give the rights for the account to the right people. If we were to change that to a tradesperson, you can see that it's toggled off a few things, but it's assumed that that person might still want to view pricing. If you want to keep your pricing confidential, then just leave it as viewing orders and placing orders. Does make it nice and easy. And as you saw from the video, you can grant temporary access. So if you've got a subby or a contractor coming in, then you can give them access to your account really easily. When you send the invite, what happens is the text goes through to their phone, lets them know that the invite's there, and they just go through that registration process just like I showed you earlier. Get rid of that. Lists, if you want to make things really quick and easy for you to purchase things, lists are the way to go. To create a new list, you simply just pop in a name, new day, and then just to start adding product to it. So every time that I go into that blue box that's got the files, I can go in and add products as I go. For the demo list for Tony, we'll go into here, we can click in, see the list, and I go, yes, I want to actually select them all to cart. So I go select all at the side, move the whole lot to cart, and you can see it's done. So really handy, and I would really encourage you to think about, what are those jobs that you have that you always tend to use the same products for, and setting them up. If you need any help, don't hesitate to call our support team or talk to your account manager. They're really helpful to work that through. But all of a sudden, my cart now is where I want it to be. And if I click into the cart, go into checkout, I can see the product. What's cool is I can actually save these products as a list. I could add more products from my list, and I just go into the checkout area. It really is that quick and simple. Choose if it's a delivery or click and collect. And the system's smart enough to know when the next click and collect slot is available for your branch. And with delivery, what it does is it puts a delivery request time in, and we'll give you a call back within a few minutes just to confirm what that delivery time is. There are some logic that works behind the delivery timetable, but we want to make sure that that is confirmed, so we get you the expected time with the expected products. So making an order, buying, purchasing with the Trade app, Trade portal, super, super simple. So let's just finish up talking about your admin tools. If you go into my account, go into my account dashboard. This is a test account, so there's lots of zeros that sit there. You have your main account dashboard, and you have your options on the left hand side. Whatever option you're in is highlighted with the dark navy, and you can go in and see your invoices, statements, quotes, price files at any time. There is just one trick that we're finding at the moment, is that it's not picking up if you've got products if you've got orders in a date range. It does require you just to refresh that date range. Just go in and pop that date range in again. Let's see if that's worked. So you can see here, invoices and credits. I just put in a date range and I can find the invoices and credits. If you want to find something, you use Control F, just like you would on a Windows computer. So if I go Control F, and you know, I'm sure some of you have hundreds of records that you're looking through at a certain time. And say if I want to pull through a job number that has 714. If I go find 714, then it's actually going to show me where that product is to work through in that space. So search, do Control F, and that'll enable you to search through all of your records at one time. Couple of things. My quotes, these are the quotes that we've created for you, not what you've created for your customer. They live in a separate place. So my quotes, that's your contract pricing that we've given you for that period of time. So if you want to download any of those and view them, then this is the place to do that. And of course, price files, just as you saw with your preferences, you can go in and pull through your price files. So our price files are updated on the 1st of the month. So if that's a system that you use, this is the place to go and to download those. If you've set it up so they automatically, they automatically will just get sent to you if that's how you've set it up. And just to make it easy to see what the different formats are, we do have a lot of formats that we've pre-populated for the various tools, systems that you may have. And what you'll be able to do is click on any of them and see how we present the information. So what's the output? So this is a CSV file, and you can see what any of the rows are. So you can see what information that we're pulling through. What we will have in here coming up soon is that download center, where you can go in and create your own fields for the download that suits your system and the jobs that you want to be able to work with. Now, last but not least, I'd like to cover off customer quotes. So customer quotes at the top here are the quotes that you can create for your customer. My quotes are your quotes that we've created at Mico for you, just to keep them separate in that space. When you get and click on the quotes screen for the first time, it will actually talk you through setting up your account. There's a couple of things that you need to do. You need to put in a JPEG or an image of your logo so it looks nice and professional, and just to put in the terms of trade that you've got and any payment terms. So they're your decision and how you want to word those, and you can change them very easily if you want to change those terms and conditions for either a really small job or a really big job, and I'll show you how to do that. It operates a bit like a mini CRM, so you can see what's in progress, what's pending, what you've won and what you've lost. So it makes it nice and easy to organize your quotes. In progress means that you've created the quote but you haven't sent it yet. Pending means that you've sent it but you haven't found out if you've won or lost it, and won or lost are exactly how they. We go in and we go create new, pop in any references that I want. I might just call this Tony Glass. I'll go a 38 Oxford Road, and any notes. I don't want to put in any notes. And see here, we've only got the red asterisks at the top here because you don't have to fill in all of this detail at the beginning. But if you want to be able to email the quote to the customers, then the more information that you can put in at this time, the better it is. So if I just put in my details here, and I can put in scope of work, which I'm just going to quickly type something up. Onto a quote, and now it's going to be sitting in progress, and I can just press edit and go in. My options, just like everything else with the system, my options are on the left hand side, and I can see where I'm at by which of the options is darker in the blue. So I want to come in here, job details, I'm happy with that. Go in and select some materials. two ways that you can do, one of which you can put in Mico products. So let me just pop in a tap. That looks like a nice one. Let me put in another one for somewhere else. And that one. The other thing that you can do is add your own product. So if you're doing a bathroom and someone wanted you to source a Balinese statue or water feature, you can just go in, add your product and pop in the product name and price and a bit of a description for the customer. So it makes it, again, just quick and easy to be able to work through in that space. At the moment, the pricing that's coming through is your cost price, and you want to be able to add a retail price. If we go markup 30%, we go add to quote. I can see what that looks like. I'm happy. I'm going to update that with the latest prices just to double check. And all done. I've got some other costs though that I'm going to add to this quote. I'm going to add some labour cost. I've got, it might be apprentice, and I might need them for 20 hours, and the charge rate for the apprentice, I don't know what you guys are charging out. Let's make it $75. And then other costs, it could be I need a digger to get the stuff in for the Balinese statue. I don't know, I'm just making this up, but you can just see how flexible it is. Really nice, easy to do. And I haven't got it. Helps if I put a charge rate in. There we go, 1. And that's done. Now when I go back to the job details and go into review quote, I can see the materials, I can see the customer details, I can see the material price and the RRPs. I'm actually going to be charging the customer about $50 more than the RRP. So I might go, maybe I'll change that markup from 30% to 25% and update the quote. I can go through again. I go, oh no, I'm comfortable with that. That's the job. Review quote again. So I've still got them a little bit above markup, and I might say to the customer that's for me sourcing the products and getting that through, or you might just want to do that and go to retail price again. In here, I can go in and review. So you can see here I've got the logo for Bob's Plumbing. I've got the details, I've got the material details, I've got the terms and conditions and payment terms. If you wanted to, because this is your quote, you could say that payment is required on at start of work. You might say 50% at start and 50% at completion, completely up to you. You might want to show retail price, or you might not want to show retail price. So for this one, if I'm slightly more expensive, I won't show retail price, but I do want to show the cost breakdown. So you can just see on the right hand side here, I can just toggle these on and off depending on what's appropriate for that customer. I go, yes, that sounds awesome. Let's send that to the customer. I send a nice quote message. And just like that. It's done. Nice job. Woohoo! Go to the job page. So this is now going to be, once I refresh it, it's going to move from in progress to pending. So that is now in pending. That's the TG one. Just spoken to Tony. She said, yep, that sounds fantastic. You've won that job. I go into one, confirm, woohoo, again. And this is just a nice way for me to be able to manage that. And I can pop out and see what the products are that I need to order for that job. So really quick, really easy to create customer quotes. My tip would be, always look on the left-hand side to where you're up to in the job. If you want to review anything, it's really easy. There are edit buttons all over the place, and there are a variety of ways that you can do that. You can go and you can change the materials, you can change the costings, you can do any of that at any time. Last thing I just want to show you though, if we go back into review quote, Oh, that's sorry. Let me go into a quote that hasn't been won yet. My last thing I'll show you. If you go into a job that hasn't been won yet, we go into the quote. To go in and edit the details for the company, go into view quote, go into preview. Once you're in preview, you've got this option for company details. Just edit the company details. And Bob's your uncle, or it's Bob's Plumbing, I should say. So terms and conditions are 50 days plus $1,000 deposit. Obviously, you'd do it much nicer than that, but that's just giving you an idea of how quick and easy that is. And you can see that those terms and conditions have automatically and instantly changed. Really quick, easy to use. So the trade portal, it really does have everything at your fingertips, and you can imagine what that's going to be like when you're using the app. Out and about, you've got the app, you've got any list that you've created, and the portal is available on the app, and vice versa. So really quick and easy to order the product that you need to, do your jobs quicker and faster for your customers, and all of the admin tools that you need to be able to run your business. And with the new admin center that we've got coming in, that will enable you to be able to set up how you download this information, it'll make it even easier. All I would say is that if you are a current Trade Door user, then just remember you do need to go through and register again for our new app and our new portal. And there are just a whole range of different reasons that we need to do that. And first and foremost, it's around security. So some key points, super simple to use, especially to search products and to order for collection. I'd be putting things in lists whenever I can. And as I say, if you need some help from your account managers, don't hesitate to reach out at any time. The Trade app will be available later in the week. Use your same registration details, and if you're an Android user, you can just go in and download that straight away. Setting up your team with the right permissions does make a difference. Just remember that the account owner, whoever we've got as the account owner in our system, must be the first to register. Even if you don't want to have anything to do with it, we need to register you first, give someone else admin rights, and then move forward from there. And we are here to support you. I mean, remember, we do have that question mark up at the top of the trade portal when you go in. If you go in there, you'll have the email address and the phone number at any time. We keep ordinary office hours, and we have a wonderful team of people. Well, thank you for taking the time to spend with me. Hopefully it's motivated you to get going and start using our wonderful system. It is so simple to use, and what I'm really excited about was with the technology base that we're now using to build these tools, it's really exciting with what other features we're going to be able to deliver to you in the future. Get yourself sorted, get yourself registered, and make sure that if you're an Android customer, you download the app today to get going. And if you're an Apple user, then remember, we're just working through a few finer details, and you'll get that at the Apple store. Well, we would have thought this week, but hopefully by the end of next week, and we'll be letting customers know as soon as that's available. Hopefully everyone has a fantastic day and goes and gets registered as quickly as possible. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you spending the time with me.